Hello and welcome again to Ohio Wrestling Greats. I'm Greg Bizjak, joined once again by Brian Brakeman, who has brought by 38 years worth of tapes where we will show you highlights from some of the best wrestlers, some of the best matches, and some of the great events in Ohio high school wrestling. On this show, we're going to talk about a group that's usually denigrated and not highly thought of, the heavyweights, the upper weights.
That's right, and we'll start with a heavyweight, and we'll start with 1975, which 30 plus years ago, but still the greatest crop of heavyweights, I think, that ever entertained a crowd during that time period. You're going to be watching Bobby Golic, whose name, of course, is familiar here, and tremendous wrestler and also a tremendous football player. Now has a radio show, I believe, in Akron.
I mean, obviously nose tackle for the Browns for years and years.
Harold Smith, the opponent here, was the defending state champion and a great freestyle wrestler who ended up almost representing us in the Olympics, wrestled for the University of Kentucky. Interestingly enough, wrestling third that year was Tommy Cousineau, another great football player, another great linebacker who was third, lost an overtime match in the semifinals. And Tim Payne, who was one of the great heavyweights in Cleveland area history and also for Cleveland State, finished sixth this year, which tells you kind of the quality we're looking at here.
In fact, we're trying to get the Cousineau-Golic district final transferred from film to bring you on a future episode. But for right now, we're going to look at Bob Golic's state final.
This is the last and most anticipated bout in the whole program tonight. Bob Golic, St. Joe's in the white wrestling top versus Harold Smith, defending state champion from Canton, McKinley, on your right in the dark outfit. And this is a bout I think people have looked forward to for a long time. And there's Golic in with a takedown. Smith still with the whizzer though. Golic trying to shake out of it. Golic, 30-0. Smith is 30-0. Golic 26-0-1. Smith, state champion, 30-0, 24 of them by fall. He's dominated the Canton, Akron area in heavyweight wrestling this year. But Golic working in, he's got the 2! 2-0 for Bob Golic with 1:15 to go in the first period. Golic, 26-0-1, CIT champ. This is one of the finest crop of heavyweights, probably the finest crop of heavyweights in state championship history, and these are the best two of the group. Golic giving Smith the escape with less than a minute to go. He leads 2-1. Smith, not only a defending state champion, he's a national AAU junior champ. Won that honor out in Iowa. He's also the lad that pinned the Russian last year in the USA-USSR junior meet in Cleveland. There's Golic again in on that leg. He's lifting it up. And Golic's got another takedown. He leads 4-1. And in an unexpected development, Bobby Golic dominated Smith now on 2 takedowns as they go off the mat. Golic starts in the top position. 18 seconds to go. Both these boys, superb athletes. Golic still on top with 10 seconds to go. Last 2 seconds, the first period will end. Golic leading 4-1. Smith takes the top position here to start the second period. Golic looking for that escape point. Doesn't have it. Working his way back here. Golic about 240. Smith weighs in at 212. Both boys superbly conditioned, superbly built. All 4 of Cleveland's district heavyweights wrestling tonight. Golic for first, Tom Cousineau for third, Mike Weitzman and Tim Payne for 6th. And there's another reversal for Golic. He leads 6-1. 1:20 to go in the second period. And Golic lets him go. Smith has been a devastating mat wrestler in this tournament. That escape makes it 6-2. Golic going back around now. You have to bring